I'm excited to let you know that you can create content, educational content with AI right inside EduEditor. And the AI we are talking about is powered by ChatGPT. So let's take a look at how we can achieve that. I'm going to use this project to show you how you can use AI to create content. The first thing to do if you must use the AI feature is you need to create an account or log in into your account. So this brings me to talking about the account. So if you check the menu bar, you will see account, the account menu. You can log in, you can create a new account, or you can change your password. If you haven't created any account before, so what that means is if you don't have any account associated with EduEditor or TestCentre, you can create a new one by clicking create account. But if you have TestCentre account or you have any account either in EduEditor or TestCentre, you can just simply log in. So to create a new account, you just click on create. You provide your name, your email address, and your password, and you'll be asked to verify your email address. And after that process, you are done. Then, if you want to log in, it's as simple as you clicking on this login. Then your email address associated with this account will be shown here. Then you'll be asked to provide your password. So in this case, I'm going to type my password and click on login. Now that I've successfully logged in, my name is going to show on the right hand side, and you'll also be able to check, you'll be able to confirm that you've logged in by checking this account. Once you see log out, it means you're already logged in and you can log out. So the next thing is you can change your password if you wish to do that. So let's say if your password is compromised, you can change it and that's fine. Then the other thing is the top up, transfer, and balance history. What are these all about? Okay, to use the AI feature, you need to have AI tokens. Now, the AI tokens will allow you to use the AI feature. This is a paid service, and the reason why it's a paid service is the way the AI system works is as follows. We have partnered with OpenAI, the provider of ChatGPT, and therefore every time we use their service, we get charged. So basically, what we are doing is we've made it very easy for you to use the power of ChatGPT right inside Editor. But here you get charged as pay as you go, right? So what that means is you won't be charged for what you did not use. You are not paying any subscription fee. You are not paying any recurring fee. You are simply paying for whatsoever you are using. So when you top up, you are basically buying AI token and you use your AI token as you go. So that is basically how this AI token system works. Okay, then let's look at how we can top up. To top up, you click on top up and you type the amount of AI tokens you want. So let's say you want to buy AI tokens worth 1,000 naira, for instance. It means you're going to have 100,000 tokens. So it means 1 naira is equivalent to 100 tokens, or one token is equal to one kobo. So that's how you get charged. I mean, that's how you top up. Then the charging is a function of what you are doing. So if you make certain requests, you may be charged less than 100 tokens, you may be charged more than 100 tokens, just depending on what you do, right? Okay, so let's to buy AI token, you provide this amount, then you click on proceed. Once you click on proceed, you'll be redirected to a browser. So now you're about to make this payment, you'll be redirected to a browser, and once you get to the browser, you'll be asked to complete the payment via PayStart. And once the payment is successful, your token will be topped up. To see your AI tokens balance, you click on balance and history. Once you click balance and history, you get to see the total tokens remaining. So in this case, I still have about 238,000, 238 million tokens. And it also shows your usage, which means it tells you how you're using it, the currency removed, and it also lets you know the point at which you purchase. So let's say you purchase any token, you'll be able to see it as a credit. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the transfer. You can transfer some of your tokens to another user of the editor. So let's say you got a huge amount of AI tokens. You can take, let's say, 2,000 of that and transfer to another user. All you need to do is simply provide the email address of the other user and your AI tokens will be transferred to that user. So another thing to talk about is the settings. So the settings under general, you can decide the AI model you want to use. So if you check the general settings, of course, you can set your business name, your business address, your backup frequency, how frequent you want to back up, and your autosave frequency. Then you can also decide the AI model. So the moderate quality is the ChatGPT 3.5, that's GPT 3.5, while the highest quality is the GPT 4.0. So if you choose the highest quality, it means you pay more. If you choose the moderate, it means you pay less. Then the batch size is 5 by default. So this batch size is relevant for situations where you want to solve or prefer solutions to questions. So I'll talk about that later. Now I'm going to save this and let's get into the act of using AI to create content. So to create any content, I'm going to start off by talking about profiling solution before creating a new content. So let's look at the first scenario. So let's say we have four main functions you can perform using AI. First, you can prefer solution to an existing question. So what that means is, let's say you got some questions and you've typed them and you provided the options, but you don't know the answer to those questions. Maybe you got the question from some source, from some past questions, but you don't have the actual answer. You don't know if the answer is option A or option B or option C. Now you can use AI to know the answer, to prefer solutions to those questions. Then the AI will also provide explanation as well. So that's one use case, and I'm going to demonstrate that right away. So let's say I have this question and I want to know what the true answer is. Note that you can also use it to authenticate or validate your answer. So let's say you've preferred solution, but you want to check or you want to have the AI validate your solution. Now you can click on this and select AI solution, and then you wait for some seconds, and it works behind the scene, and eventually it comes out with solutions. Now you can see that the AI has completed this process. You now have your solution. So here we have the solution. Here your answer is B and the AI's answer is also B. Now, the reason why we are showing your answer and the AI's answer is so that you will know whether there is a discrepancy, and if there's a discrepancy, you want to check why there's a discrepancy. Okay, here's the AI's explanation, and that's quite interesting. So what that means is you don't just get to know that, you don't just get to know if the answer is A or B. You also get to see or read the explanation, and this is the explanation and it's rich. And the other thing you can do is you can decide to copy the AI explanation and replace yours with it. So that's it. Okay, so this example I demonstrated is a case where you want to solve just one question. So if I'm at question number 3, I can decide that, okay, I just want to solve question number 3. Then you click on this drop down and then you click on AI solution. Once you do that, you are going to get solution just for question number 3. It's telling you to relax. Then once the solution is completed, you get to see the explanation and also the AI's choice, which is option C. Okay, that's fine. So the other thing is, what if you want to prefer solutions to so many at a time? So let's say I want to prefer solution to all the questions under mock 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click mock 1, and there you will see the AI solution, right? Once you click that, it's going to run all the 40. Now, note that the AI solution is always cached. What that means is whenever it runs through any question, it saves that and remembers it. So what that means is the AI will not go through the same question twice because that would be wasteful, right? So which means each time you run and you get some solution, the AI remembers, and if you save the project and you reopen it, it will the cached solution will still be present. Now you can see that it's running behind the scene, and the batch it's using is 5. So why is it using 5? Because during our settings, we chose 5 as the batch size. So what that means is the AI will take 5 questions at a time, solve the 5 questions, and return. Now, if you choose a high batch size, the problem might be that the accuracy might drop because a large batch size implies that the AI is going to be looking at so many questions at a time, and it may make one or two mistakes. But if you lower the batch size, you get better accuracy because the AI is looking at few questions at a time. But if you have the disadvantage of having a small batch size is it will take a longer time to run through the whole question. So choose your batch size based on your need. So now we can see that some of our questions are showing red, while some are showing green. So red implies that the AI solution is not in sync with my solution. So if I click on this, for example, now it's telling me that the right option is C, whereas the I mean, my own answer is A. I selected A. AI is going for C. Now, it may not be clear that you are wrong. So, but the whole essence of this is to point your attention to that question, and maybe you want to check it again. It's possible that the AI is wrong. It's not the AI is not 100% correct because it's a machine. It's maybe wrong at some point. But the good thing about having the AI check your solution is those cases where you have green, it may be it is like you have a second validation. But for cases where you have red, it means you should take your time and look at it again. Now, sometimes the problem might be from the way you phrase the question. Sometimes the problem might be from the fact that you actually got it outrightly wrong. But sometimes it may just be that the AI is just wrong, right? So it's just for you to take your time to check and validate your solution. Then another problem is the model of the AI you use can also determine the accuracy. Here I'm using GPT 3.5. So I can use the 4.0 to validate it and to be sure um if I'm going to get something different, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that. But for now, you can see all the cases where we've got discrepancy. And whenever you see no, it is a case where the AI is not certain that any of the option is correct. So if the AI feels none of the option is correct, then it will just return no, right? The next one I want to show you is this caching system. So if I close this and I open up the AI solution again, you will notice that it will not run the whole thing again. You will see that it has it's just showing me what it got earlier. And this is a very interesting feature because in case you've got 10 extra questions and you want to run through the whole question, instead of running through 50 questions, you just run through just the new 10 questions you provided. So which means saving you time and saving you some money as well, instead of running through the whole thing over and over again. And for every time a solution is profiled, AI token will be taken from your license. So let's check our license, let's check our balance, and let's see what we have now. So as at today is 4th of January. You can see that I've used up 134 tokens. The last batch I used is 134 tokens. And this 134 tokens may imply 5 questions at a time because it's always solving 5 questions at a time. So I think it's about 200 tokens for those 5 questions. So it's quite cheap, but then if you run it for several questions, then it will add up. And 200 token simply implies 2 naira. So that's basically what it means. So it's really cheap. So it's just like you paying 2 naira for getting solutions to 5 questions. So that's pretty cheap. So now let's look at how we can rerun it. So let's say you want to rerun certain questions. So let me pick this one where we have discrepancy, and I want to rerun it. I can clear the cached result, that is the saved result, so that it will allow me to rerun it. So in this case, you can clear when you have the following menu. So you have apply. Apply means replace my solution with that of AI. That's the meaning of this apply. So if you click apply, you're about to replace your solution with that of the AI. So it's going to swap or replace your explanation and your selected answer with that of the AI. If you select apply all, it's going to apply, it's going to take the AI solution and apply and replace all of yours, all of the 40 solutions with that of the AI. Then if you click on clear or costume apply means you want to apply with some condition. So you want to only apply to cases where your answer is the same as the AI. So let's say, for example, you love the way the AI provided its explanation and you want all your own explanation to be replaced by that of the AI. Now you can say, okay, all the cases where my answer is same as yours, I want you to take AI solution and replace all of mine in those cases. Then you can also set condition like, okay, I only want you to replace cases where my answers are short. So let's say there are cases where you provided a very short answer, whereas the AI's answer is long. You can replace your answer with your own explanation with that of AI. Okay, now let's talk about clear. Clear means you want the AI to clear the cached, more or less like delete what that's provided for that current question, which is question number 2. Then it allows you, then once you do that, you can now run this AI solution again to check. So sometimes you want to check to be sure whether it will give you the same result consistently. So now the AI got what I got. It was, we now have before there was a discrepancy, but that is correct. Now the reason why this could happen, I explained earlier, is if your batch size is large, you are telling the AI to look at 5 questions at a time and provide solutions to them. Now, the problem with that is because it is dealing with so many information, it may mix things up and get some questions wrong. So, if you want to avoid cases where the AI will mix things up, lower your batch size, right? So that's one way to fix this. Now, the reason why I got it the second time is I only gave it one question to attempt, and then it was able to look at it carefully and was able to provide a good solution. Then for this other question, the main problem might be that the AI does not fully understand the question, because this is a question that has to do with table. And the way we provided, the format we provided it, the AI may not really understand everything. But the problem also might be that the AI is the quality of the AI is low. So if you use ChatGPT 4.0, you may get a better outcome. Let's try it out. Let's clear this and let's see if by asking it to solve this particular one, it's going to get it. So let me see if it's going to get it right. So now it got this right because we decided to give it just one question and it was able to get it. If you want it to be more accurate without compromising on batch size, you can choose the GPT 4.0. GPT 4.0 can process more information more accurately. So what that means is if you want to increase your batch size, then it's recommended that you use 4.0. Typically, I will use once I'm working with a batch size of 5, I'll use the more expensive version, which is the ChatGPT 4.0. Okay, so this is how to go about profiling solutions to questions. And of course, we can clear all the questions and start all over. So let's say I want to clear everything and start all over. You can do just that. Now let me show you the difference between ChatGPT 4.0 and 3. So I can switch to the highest, then save using that same batch size. Now let's see if it's going to be more accurate. Now let's profile solutions to all the questions. So AI solution, to all the questions. Let's see what happens. The AI is done completing the solutions to all the questions. Here you can see that after running through 40 questions with a batch size of 5, it only missed 3. Now, this 3 might be that the AI is incorrect or we are incorrect, right? And how do we prove that? We prove that by going to that question and reviewing the question. And if it turns out that the AI is right, then it means we should look at our solution and fix that. Then if it turns out that we are right, then it means in this case the AI might have gotten it wrong. But one way I can easily verify if the AI mixed anything up is to go here and clear the solution just the way we did the last time and then run for this singular question. So just click on continue and then see if it will still give you the same result. If it gives you the same result, it means the AI is insisting that that's the right answer. And then it means you should check it out and confirm. But if it gives you a different result, it may be that there's just a mix-up during the time it's processing those 5 questions. But it gave us the same result. So this is an indication that the AI is still insisting that our solution might be problematic. But then it may also be that the AI did not get certain things correctly. Because here it's telling us that the results are, I mean, the right option is option D. This is basically how you can check questions where you might have made a mistake with your solution and to do a thorough check and see if you need to fix them. Now, let's talk about another way you can use the AI. Another way you can use the AI is to generate questions. So to get that done, I'm going to create a new subject. And let me call this subject basic science. Let me save it as basic science. Then let me create the season as JSS3. In this example, my goal is to create basic science questions for SS3 class. Now, imagine you want to set a test or an exam where you have your topics. You've covered certain topics for that term or for that semester, and you want to set content. But this time around, you want the AI to help you do that. And this time around, you have your material, you have your notes, you have your topic, but you just want the AI to help you do that. So how can you achieve that right in EduEditor? You can do that by right-clicking on that season, right? Then you click on question generator. And once you click on question generator, you are good to go. But before I complete this process, I'm going to add topics to this particular subject. So to add topics is just to go to this topics section, then I'm going to add them this way, electricity. So let's say for this particular term, I taught electricity, I taught food, I taught magnetism, and uh, and that's all. Then I'm going to click on save. Now I want to set 20 questions such that 10 5 questions will be from or 10 questions will be let's say I will set 15 questions rather. 5 questions from magnetism, 5 from electricity, and 5 from food. Now if you just right click and say you want to set that question, the next thing is it's going to ask you for the subject. So let's define the subject as basic science. Now we need to set this subject because the AI needs to know the context, and the context here is that we are dealing with basic science. Then you need to provide a topic. So in this case, we are dealing with electricity. Then the number of questions in this case is 5. We want to set 5 questions for electricity. Then what's the number of options per question? So do you want to have 4 options per question? Yes. Then what are the extra information you want the AI to know about your question? So let's say you have the objective. of your notes. You can paste that in. You can say something like this topic covers the following areas. You can give it extra information about the topic here. Then in this section, you provide the notes. So if you have an actual notes for your classroom, you can import that here, and it's going to use your notes to set the question. Now I'm going to show you a scenario where I did not provide a note, and also a scenario where I provided a note, and you'll see the difference. So let me generate 5 questions. Now the AI is done setting the questions. Now you can see that question number one is, what's the unit of electric current? Then which of the following is true about electricity? Now you have the question, you have the options, and you have an explanation. But the problem with this question is this may not be relevant to my student, because maybe I didn't teach them anything about Faraday, maybe I didn't teach them anything about. So this is more or less like a generic question. But if you need a question that is tailored to your notes, then that's where the note comes in. So let me show you this other scenario. So let's say I decided to click on generate question. Then I selected the same electricity, and then the other settings are the same. Now let me show you the notes that we are trying to import. Let's click on import file, and let's go to materials and the PDF. I'm going to pick this notes, electricity. Now it will extract all the text in my PDF notes, and everything will be pasted right here. So you can see all the, although it will also reduce or trim everything down to 8,000 characters. So if your note is very long, it will cut some out of it. So it's important you try to fill it with smaller notes. So if you have a very long note, you can break them down into parts and set the questions in batches. So you can set the first 5 questions from maybe page 1 to 3, and you can do that for the rest of the note. Okay, so once you've imported, the next thing is to generate. Now let's take a look at the note carefully. So the note has to do with, it talks about the defined electricity. Then we have types of electricity, which has to do with static, currents, and how do we generate electricity, friction, chemical reaction, and magnets, solar, and all of that. Then use of electricity. So now let's see if the question will be related to this note this time around. So let's generate. Now the AI is done generating the question. You can see that the AI did not replace the previous 5 questions. All it did was to add to what we already have. So, which means you can keep adding to what you've done before. It's not going to replace existing questions. Now, let's take a look at the question that we have here. So you can see that the questions are now relevant to the note. What's the flow of electrons in a circuit called? Now you can see that it's relevant to our nodes. In our nodes we have static electricity and so on. Then we have, which is always not a method of generating electricity. We have that in our node. We have various methods. We have the friction, we have the chemical, and we have water, which is the hydro, but there's no gravity. Then we have which one is not a conductor of electricity. So you can see that the questions are now directly extracted from the notes. So the AI had to read through the notes and create questions, set the options, and provide a detailed explanation. So this is a very useful tool in case you want to quickly set questions from your notes without having to go through the stress of doing so. And the cost is way cheaper. And the question you get is very relevant to what you've taught your kids. So it's not just generic question from the team air. Now that's how we generate question. Now let's talk about another thing we can do with the AI. We can assign topic to questions. So let's say you've got this notes, and let's say for some reason you need to assign topics to them. So it's possible that you have not assigned topics. So this topic assignment is similar to you manually assigning topics to every question. You can, I've explained in an earlier video that you can assign a topic to every question if you want to. And the good thing about having topics assigned to question is Once your candidate submits, they'll be able to get a detailed analysis as to how they perform on each topic. If you don't assign any topic to questions, they won't get topic analysis. They won't be able to see how they're performing on various topics. Okay, but the problem with topic assignment is it could be very stressful. So let's say you have like 100, maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or 100,000 questions, and you don't have any topic assigned to them. That may be very stressful and even costly. So imagine paying someone to read every question and decide the most appropriate topic to assign to that question. That would be very stressful, and the error rate is also higher for human because if you have a topic like this, you may be confused, you may be thinking, is the quest should I pick economic growth or economic integration? There are topics that are very similar, and somehow you may just feel lazy without reading through all the topics. I just pick anyone you feel like. But you can use AI to do that job, and it's going to do a pretty good job. So let's take a look at how we can use AI to assign topics to questions. Now, note that both topic assignments and level assignments, they are very similar. So once you assign topic, it automatically assigns level as well. So it does both job for a single request. So let's pick this mock one and assign topics to all the questions. So I'm going to click on this assign AI topic and then wait for some seconds or some minutes. The AI has completed the topic assignments. This is quite interesting. So in this particular case, we the assigned topic by the content creator um, is almost the same as what the AI did. So the only area where we have discrepancy are just in three questions. Where you have read are cases where the AI chose something different from the original author of this question. So here, the topic selected is economic system, whereas AI is saying that this should be method of economic analysis. Well, we can check it out and see if it sounds more like that. So the question is about how much will we produce, how will we produce from the above, identify the combination of basic. So this is in economic analysis. So you can see that this question, in my opinion, is more under economic analysis because even from the question, it looks very much like that. But the author said the answer is economic systems, right? And the AI disagrees with that. In this particular case, I'm confident, I believe the AI is more accurate in this assignment. So if I want to use what the AI chose, in this case, the current topic assigned is economic system. I can use what the AI selected by just applying AI apply. Once you click apply, it will just replace the existing one with that of AI. So that's how you can quickly apply what the AI suggested. Then for question 25, AI is saying that this is economic system, whereas the author of this question said this question should be under economic growth and development. So let's see the question. Import substitution aims at. So the answer is meant to be producing in a country that formerly imported. So this has to do with import substitution. So here you have economic growth and development. Here I say economic systems. Well, in this particular instance, it's possible that I'm not sure economic system is actually the best, but the good thing about this is it will enable me to reevaluate my assignment and decide whether I've made a mistake or not. So this is basically how you can assign topic to your existing question, and the same applies to levels. Once you assign topics, the level would have been automatically assigned as well. If I click on levels, it will run the entire thing afresh. The levels must have been assigned as well. And this time around, the AI is telling me that this one is clearly telling me, okay, let me go to this and I'm going to select levels so that it shows everything. Note that if you go through the season, you get to access all the questions that are season. Whereas if you go through this, it's only focused. The focus is primarily on the current question. Okay, so now what the AI is telling me here is that this question is quite simple. So the level of difficulty is 1. Then let's check this one where it says it's 3. But the interesting thing is the author also said this is 3. So the AI and the author were in agreement in most of the questions. So the level of difficulty here is 3, which indicates that it's quite difficult. And it seems so because this has to do with table, you do some calculation and all of that. So this makes sense. So this should be a difficult question. So that's how you use the AI to assign both topics and level of difficulty to your question.